Everybody, did you know that there is a black bear sanctuary right here in the Ocala National Forest? While FWC has postponed the bear hunt this year, there are still perils that these magnificent creatures face. Forest Animal Rescue is finishing their state-of-the-art sanctuary on 80 acres in the Ocala National Forest. The last phase of construction is the on-site clinic to help with bear cub rehabilitation and release. Forest Animal Rescue is a 501c3. Your contribution is entirely tax-deductible. Visit forestanimalrescue.org.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
Hospice of Marion County has an urgent need for volunteers to share a conversation with someone, run errands, hold someone's hand. All you need is a willingness to help others. Our volunteers believe the blessings they receive far exceed the services they offer. Will you consider serving, caring, and making a difference? Call today, 873-7441. Hospice of Marion County, making more moments of life possible.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA. Ocala!
Minutes after 7 o'clock. It is Thursday, September 22nd, 2016, 71 degrees here at the studios of The Source, broadcasting live from the Paddock Mall just outside the WOCA commissary, where you too can get a bite to eat. There is no mention of rain in today's forecast. Hard to believe when yesterday they were saying there was. These guys can't make up their minds.
No.
High temperatures today around 90 degrees, lows tonight 72. It is the first day of autumn. Welcome to the fall.
Yes.
Good morning, Robin.
Good morning, Larry.
And you had a good night. You went to see, hold on, I'll think of the name, 9 to 5, the play at the Ocala Civic Theater.
Yep, I sure did.
So we're going to get your thoughts on the play and what you thought about it. And I know that you have some things to say, so we'll find out at that time. It's all good stuff. All good stuff. 7:35 is probably when we'll do that, and other news items as well that give us and our listeners an opportunity to have an opinion, and that's what we do at 7:35. No guest today at that slot, so it's a full 25 minutes. 8:35, another 25 minutes, but the difference is we don't offer opinion, we simply read the news. Veterans News at 9:05. Hank Whittier is the executive director of Vets Helping Vets. He started Veterans News 12 years ago or so, and he'll be on to share with us whatever's going on in the world of the veterans. I know in Ocala we have this new building that they are putting together, the old bowling alley building.
Yes.
Over near the library building.
Right, same complex.
What did it use? Oh, it was always a bowling alley, right?
Yes.
Yeah. The library used to be a J.M. Fields, is that right?
Yep, J.M.
And
Fields.
then it was a Scotty's?
Yep, there was a Scotty's.
And now it's a library, of course.
Yep, a library and whatever else it is.
Oh, that's right, the planning.
Marion County planning.
Gary Viken is coming on. Gary Viken at 9:35. Am I saying his name right, Viken?
Mm-hmm, I think so.
He's an Ivy League scholar of late ancient and medieval art.
Yeah, he is fascinating guy.
An art collector. He retired after 19 years as the director of the Walters Art Museum of Baltimore, And he's written a book called Sacred and Stolen, Confessions of a Museum Director. Really?
Yeah.
I was an art director in the news this morning.
Oh.
Let's see.
I missed your news.
The heir of a New York art dealing empire, Guy Wildenstein, is going to court on criminal charges over an alleged massive tax fraud.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
It just never stops. It never stops.
I know. You get things handed to you on a platter, and then you just,
At 10:05, a man who I walked home from school with when I was a kid. James McCauley is the fire chief of the North Merrick Fire Department, which is the town I mostly grew up in. And he also worked in New York City in Fire Patrol Station number 2, I think.
Okay.
I think I'm remembering this right. And on September 11th, 2001, Jimmy had the day off. And he didn't want it off, though. He had actually requested that he work that day because he wanted a 3-day weekend for some reason. And so he wanted to switch with somebody from Tuesday. He wanted the Monday off, and it was going to switch Tuesday and Monday, and the guy couldn't do it. So Jimmy ended up having that day off. And so the guy who took his place did not die on September 11th, but was in the building when it collapsed and did get thrown into a doorway. Thought he died, thought he was in heaven. Anyway, he was there with another one of the fire patrol firefighters, fire patrolmen, I guess is what you call them, right? And the two men had been working with the other firefighters to evacuate the people from the World Trade Center towers. So anyway, the other man was a younger man, and he died. His name was Keith Roma. Now, if you have picked up on the word patrol, then you're smarter than me, because I think Jimmy told me this story once before, and I just didn't pick up on the word patrol. So the fire patrol is not the same thing as the fire department. So this one young man who lost his life 15 years ago in this horrible attack has never been counted among the firefighters who lost their lives. And so they have tried to get the fire department to include his name among the number. And why are they so stubborn? I don't know. So when I learned about this, I asked Jimmy if we could start a petition, and he was okay with that, but he was very, very doubtful that it would do any good. He said they have made up their mind. They're not going to change their minds. And I said, well, numbers sometimes make people change their minds.
Yes.
Well, I started this petition on change.org. I had never done this before. The only other thing I did close to this was when Doug had his house hurt by a storm, and we went on another website called, what was it called? GoFundMe. So I'm new to kind of this stuff, or a novice at it. So anyway, I started this thing, and so far I've only had 15 signatures, one of which is mine, one of which is Robin's.
Yeah.
And I'm so disappointed. My gosh, if you can help us with this, all we're asking is a signature that says, could you please put this guy's name among those who died on September 11th? That would be a nice thing. It only seems fair.
Yeah,
include him among the firefighters. If you read the story and look at the photos, there's no way you would even be able to determine that he wasn't a firefighter. His helmet was red. That's the fire patrol color helmet, and the firefighters have black helmets in New York. So anyway, Jimmy's going to come on to tell us that story. And I was hoping by the time he came on today, because I knew earlier in the week he was coming on. I only started this petition like 4 days ago.
Yeah.
But still, I thought for sure this would catch fire. So now people are sharing it. So maybe people don't understand. You have to sign it, and it's not an actual signature. You type in your name and
and your address.
Yeah,
but you don't have to put your city. You just
there's no money. There's nobody's asking for money. It's just a petition. So anyway, James McCauley will be on. He's talking about Keith Roma, the petition to include him among the deceased firefighters from September 11th, 2001. Dr. Ann Tilton at 1040. Dr. Tilton is the professor of clinical neurology and the chief of the section of the child neurology at Louisiana State University School of Medicine, speaking to us about pediatric lower limb spasticity.
Yep.
Wow, something I know nothing about.
No.
We'll learn together.
Muscular dystrophy is included in that.
Oh, is it?
I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Judy Dietl? Am I saying her name right?
I think so.
Is the Chief Compliance Officer of WageWorks, the board member and president of the Special Interest Group for Information Inventory Approval Standards. She's talking about everything you need to know about insurance open enrollment.
Yeah, I guess that's coming up.
That is coming up. It might have started. No, I think it starts October 1st.
Oh, okay.
Well, we'll find out together. We're going to learn. And then Luis DeJesus is coming on. Mm-hmm. He said I could say it, DeJesus. Maybe it's
yes,
DeJesus.
He did.
He's the spokesperson for something called God Belongs in My City. You may have seen folks in our city walking down the boulevard with shirts that say God Belongs in My City.
Yep.
They're doing another one of those walks on Saturday, October 1st at 9 a.m. at the beginning at the Veterans Memorial Park. Mm-hmm. And so he'll be here to talk about that movement and the work he does with that. I think he's also... Isn't he working with John Sotomayor on a new magazine?
Yes, he is.
A locally published Christian magazine.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Ocala Christian Advocate, I think it's called.
Something, yeah.
So, I'll ask him about that as well. Fun with Joe today. Today's the first day of autumn.
Yes, it is.
It means it's the autumn
Feels
equinox.
good.
It's the autumn equinox.
Ooh.
Well, the word equinox is actually an astronomical term.
Uh-huh.
It does. It comes from the world of astronomy.
So is this when the ladies dance naked again? Is it twice a year, once in the spring and once in the autumn?
I think so, yes. I think so. Well, if it's not, it should be.
Yeah.
If it's not, it should be. Sorry, I'm just being me. But anyway, so equinox is an astronomical term. So today, on Fun with Joe, it's all astronomical terms. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if Joe will be here. His wife, Patsy, has pneumonia, has been in the hospital for 4 days now, I think.
Yep.
And so prayers, please, for Patsy and for Joe as well and the whole family. For those of you who've been in here to pick up gifts and have just visited us, you've seen Patsy at the front desk. You have not seen her this week, though, because she's ill. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if Joe will be here for Fun with Joe or if Dan will come in.
Yeah.
And then when Galen is on, Galen Newnold from Life South, I have some interesting facts about autumn. In fact, you just asked about the ladies dancing. Let me tell you. Let me tell you one of the interesting facts, kind of as a tease.
Okay.
Hold on, I want to find a good one.
It's something better than dancing naked under the moon.
It's kind of along the same line.
Okay.
Yeah, there's the interesting things about the autumn. Oh gosh, this is a funny one. Can I tell you this one?
Sure. I can't.
No, I'm gonna save that for.
Okay.
But here's the one: levels of testosterone in both men and women are at their highest peak in the autumn.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Scientists speculate the surge may be a result of ancient mating instincts.
Oh. Why? Because we have like blue moons in the autumn and stuff like that.
Anyway, so I have some interesting facts about the autumn.
Wonder what the ancient mating instincts.
If you were born in the autumn, by the way, you are more likely to live to be 100 than those who were born in other times of the year.
Oh, okay.
Just a fact.
Okay.
Just a fact, ma'am.
There we go.
All right, we'll do that and everything else on the other side of the break, including hearing from Robin about the play she went to see last night with her mom called 9 to 5.
Yep.
How long is it on for? How much longer?
It's going on through...
All right, we'll find out on the other side. We'll be right back.
October 2nd.
Fox News Radio, I'm Rich Dennison. A second night of violence in Charlotte, North Carolina, with one person on life support after being shot by someone attending the demonstrations. Several police officers injured. Governor Pat McCrory declaring a state of emergency, sending in the National Guard and state police.
I'm going to do everything I can to protect our city, our state, and especially support our police.
Protests erupting after a black police officer shot a black man who investigators say refused to drop a gun. The city of Chicago planning to hire 500 new police officers in an effort to reduce the growing crime rate there.
So we have the staffing levels we need to execute our crime strategy and protect the people of the city of Chicago.
Chicago Police Superintendent Eddie Johnson. Crews working to restore electricity to Puerto Rico's 3.5 million people after a fire at a power plant blacked out the entire U.S. territory. Officials hope to restore service later this morning. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Take an ordinary putty knife and scrape off the old wax ring. Place the new wax ring over the flange, then line up the bolts with the bowl and gently set in place, making sure a proper seal is created with the flange and drain. Next.
Dad?
Yeah, sweetie.
Is that an old plumbing manual?
Oh, yeah, honey.
We really need to get some new books.
Right. Do you want me to stop?
Nah, I kinda wanna know how it ends.
Okay. Tighten the bolts, line up the flushing valve to the opening in the top of the bowl, and secure the tank with a screwdriver and crescent wrench.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Veterans are the foundation upon which our freedom is built. Listen to The Source, WOCA, each Thursday at 9 a.m. to Veterans News with Hank Whittier from Vets Helping Vets. You'll hear tributes, information on veterans issues, and stories that will make you laugh, cry, and feel proud. Veterans News always focuses on the military, past and present, and on our first responders. Veterans News is brought to you each week by Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and Nursery, keeping you blooming since 1952.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Crowdfunding websites have been extremely popular lately, and so I guess this had to happen eventually. Now there's crowdfunding for your divorce. If you're trying to eat more vegetables, or you want your family to, go all Picasso with the broccoli and cauliflower and create your own vegetable masterpiece. Crossing our arms can help us solve complex problems, and it also makes us feel comforted and stronger.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Hi, this is Vanessa Lane Jennings with the Jennings Law Firm, located here in beautiful Ocala. Join me every single Friday at 10:30 for Legal Lane. We'll be discussing various legal topics such as family law, criminal law, contracts, and much more. So this is your chance to call in with your legal questions and have them answered. That's every Friday, 10:30, right here, WOCA The Source.
Some would say that this country is in the toilet. Some would even go so far as to say the economy is going down the drain. But we say, if water runs through it, we do it.
Hi, I'm Sean Scott, owner of Mike Scott Plumbing, and I approve this message.
Need a mailbox rental but need more information? Remember, Personal Service Center, 789-6683. How does $10 a month sound with just a 3-month commitment? Remember, Personal Service Center, 789-6683. Mention WOCA and the setup fee is waived. Personal Service Center will email or text notifications to you when your packages arrive. Even scan mail so you never actually have to pick it up. Now that's service. Personal Service Center, 789-6683. Located on the corner of Northeast 25th Avenue and 24th Street, Ocala. Look for the yellow signs.
All right. Thank you. 25 minutes before 8 o'clock. Beautiful Thursday morning. It is Thursday, isn't it? 71 degrees. Temperatures climbing to 90. There is no mention of rain in today's forecast, which is really unusual. And we'll see if they're right or not. I mean, right now it doesn't look like it, but this. It always looks like this in the morning.
Yeah, it does. It's gorgeous.
All right. So today's the first day of fall. I know we have real news. We're going to do the real news. Don't panic, anybody.
Okay.
Real news. But I want to tell you this. So the top 10 states, if you want to see foliage, are counting from the top. Going down, from 10 going down. West Virginia, number 10. Michigan, number 9. Wisconsin is number 8. I don't know who figured this out, but Minnesota is number 7. Colorado is number 6. Arizona is number 5. Virginia, number 4. North Carolina, 3. Montana, number 2. And Pennsylvania, number 1.
Oh, my gosh.
So the only state really that you would consider Arizona. Isn't that interesting, Arizona? Okay.
That is interesting.
Well, anyway.
That's super interesting.
Anyway, so you went to see the play last night called 9 to 5. Tell me about the play.
Yes. It was really fun. There is one thing, though. They do use language in there. So if you're turned off by language, don't go. But, I mean, it's not phrases of language. It's just a word here and there, and it is in context, and it's very, very funny. It was really outstanding. Margaret let's see, Melissa Ann Nadenick played Margaret Pomerantz, and she wasn't one of the star. Well, I figure they're all stars, but she wasn't one of the lead roles. But she was really, really funny. She was really, really cast well, and Celia Bills is absolutely outstanding. Celia has been with the Civic Theater for decades, and she's tackled all roles, but she is such a comedian. She is so funny. She's got a great voice. She is absolutely outstanding. She is just really, really.
And you said she had some
cool
artwork on display too?
Yeah. She plays Roz Keith, but then my mom and I like to see who the artist is featured every performance and every production. And it was Celia Bills, and I didn't realize she is a watercolorist, and she is a watercolorist extraordinaire. She is outstanding. She had this watercolor of these different teapots, very colorful. She did a portrait of Scott Proctor. You might remember him. He's a gunfighter, as soon as I saw the picture, I knew it was Scott. I mean, there was no question. She did a really beautiful painting of her mom. It was in that kind of I forget, taupe kind of thing, and it was outstanding. She did a couple of she did a gorilla. We love the cabin that she did. I mean, she just is so unique in things because it's not ordinary stuff. She uses all different kinds of colors. If a gorilla is black, she didn't paint him black and gray. She painted him pastel colors. Nice. Outstanding, Celia. You just you made our night last night with your beautiful paintings. And she had descriptions. One she did on something called Yupa or Yopa, and I guess that's the kind of paper, but I'm not sure. So I'm getting educated, and I'm going to look it up. But Celia, you are outstanding as a singer, as an actress, as a comedian, as a watercolorist, and you're so much into our community all the time. Wow. Everybody was just so outstanding. It's a lot of laughs. The orchestra was grand. They're up on the top floor because there is no pit because of, they needed all that space to dance. And so the orchestra is a very integral part of it. And it was just a super fabulous production. So thank you so much, Ocala Civic Theater, for bringing Broadway to our community.
Nice, very nice. Yeah, they always do a good job. And we love hearing when you and your mom go because that we know. Yeah, if we want to go or not. Yep. a lot of times people wait to hear how it went with you, and then they make a decision to go. So it's only going to be till October 2nd. Yep. So you got to get your ticket. What is that? 2 weeks more, or something like that?
Yes.
Not even 2 weeks. I don't think.
A week from this coming up Sunday. So.
All right, let's dive into some of the news. And the phone has been ringing. I'm sorry. Let me take some of these calls first. Good morning. I'm sorry I made you wait. Good morning. You're on the air.
That's all right. Hey, Larry, I was listening to you this morning about your petition on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you share it tonight, you could share it this morning, too. And all the listeners can, put a little statement on there to, what it's about and asking their friends to sign the petition. That will increase your votes, your signatures.
Okay, I'm not sure what you mean because I already posted it and shared it. What should I do different?
Well, then just share it again because now we know a little more about it.
All right, so let me do that right now.
And then we can go ahead and...
All right, I'm going to do that right now.
Just repost it tonight.
All right, I'm going to do it right now. So you're saying I should share it on the WOCA site?
Well, on your personal one, and then it'll show up on our pages.
Okay.
But share it a couple times. Share it like this morning, and then share it this evening because by the time people get home, they have 200 posts, so it's way at the bottom, and they might not see it.
Oh, okay, that's good advice.
So share it again. Okay. Share it a couple times, and just a reminder, please. This is very important. Please share and sign.
All right, please share. I'm going to write now.
And
please
sign.
Share and sign. Thank you.
Yeah, that way.
Linda told me to do it. I just had Linda.
You'll get more signatures.
All right, there you go. I just shared it on WOCA. All right, thank you, Linda. Appreciate the suggestion. Good thoughts. Okay, yeah.
Okay, I will do that on my page.
And I'll do that on my own, but I just did just on the WOCA one just for now. But anyway, so yeah, that would be really helpful. It's a campaign that I understand. It's one person we're trying to help out, and he's been gone 15 years already. But my gosh, the family apparently it's really important to them, and so you'll hear from one of his professional family members, not literally a member of his family, but
And
Jimmy, what do you call the Brotherhood of Firefighters or something like that? Yeah.
And the petition goes directly to the fire commissioner, right? Of the state
yes,
of Florida,
and I'm and that's up to me. I have to figure out how to do that. Because so far all I have is emails. I'll do it all. And when Jimmy's on, maybe I can get it from him. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah. Good morning, guys.
Hey, Hugh.
Okay, first day of fall, when we moved down to Florida, our first house was out in the forest, and of course there's trees all over the place. And I asked our neighbors, I said, when do the leaves fall here? Oh, no. The trees, they don't, no, they shed the leaves, not fall, they shed. So I guess we don't have a fall, we have a shed here.
I have a shed in the backyard.
That's funny.
But technically speaking, that's what they said. Everybody says the leaves they shed themselves during the course of late fall and early spring, but not a fall.
Yeah, that's what happens here. I think it happens in January, right?
Yeah.
Then when you see all the leaves everywhere. Yeah. But they never really get.
Most of right after the first of the year, we have what they call the big shed.
Yeah. But that fall foliage color thing doesn't really happen here. They just die and fall off.
Yeah.
A little bit here and there. There's up north trees down here, but not like up north. Though.
Yeah, but you wouldn't. But Florida's different. I mean, I love Florida, and I love everywhere. I just love. I like going to places that do different. If I didn't live here, I'd visit here.
There's nothing more ugly than a bare tree, I think. And it's nice that they shed their leaves, but right afterwards, new buds come out, and the tree really doesn't stay bare for maybe a week or two, and you're right back to wonderful foliage again.
That's right. All right, thank you, Hugh. Appreciate that. I would much rather talk about these things than the actual news. But all right, let me do some of the actual news. Your comments, your phone calls are always welcome. 622-9622 is the number. Let me start with the local one. In the wake of the aftermath of accusations filed against Ocala Police Chief Greg Graham, an attorney for Graham issued a letter to Ocala Mayor Kent Gwynn stating that Graham had agreed to be placed on paid administrative leave.
Oh, good.
There was a group of people outside the Ocala Police Department yesterday, I guess, waiting on a decision. I think the folks who were there were in support of one of the claimants named T.J. Watts, who I believe is saying he had been discriminated against. I don't know the whole details there, but I believe TJ is the only male on the list. Rachel Mangum and Casey Walsh. Anyway, as you know, that this is a local story, and you've got a lot of emotional thoughts on this one, and everybody's kind of having an opinion. But we at the radio show anyway are, and I know Tom and Buddy have done the same thing, kind of holding back a little bit because you don't know anything yet. It's kind of hard to make a comment on something you only know about the accusations. You don't know the whole story. So.
Right.
But anyway, so that's the actual news there, that he agreed to be placed on a paid administrative leave, and that means tomorrow the city council has a decision to make, either to go along with what they originally were going to do tomorrow, which was to vote on whether to suspend him or not, or to just let him have the paid leave, which case, I guess either way they'll be voting on it. So that's tomorrow.
Yeah, and Rodney, I can't remember his last name. He's the acting police chief now, I think.
Okay.
Was it Rodney Smith?
All right, we will be right back.
Okay.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. On this Thursday, times of clouds and sun with a thunderstorm around during the afternoon and evening hours. The high today, 88 to 92. Partly cloudy later Thursday night, low 70 to 74. Friday and Saturday, intervals of clouds and sun with a thunderstorm around each afternoon. The high both days between 88 and 92. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Hi, my name is Erica Olstein. I'm a doctor of acupuncture and oriental medicine. So, you used to be wired, now you're just tired. You used to be thin, but now you're the heaviest you've ever been. You don't necessarily always have to take a med if your thyroid is playing dead. If you have a thyroid disorder, an acupuncture visit may be in order. Come visit me, your primary care physician, Erica Olstein, at A Better You Healthcare. Call me at 352-615-5566.
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 572-2510. That's 572-2510.
Until you go into Automax, Marion County's #1 pre-owned dealer for over 15 years, and see their upfront pricing and how Automax puts their low outlet price, along with the Carfax and complete vehicle information on the window of every single vehicle. Then, and only then, can you take advantage of great finance offers, like rates from 2% with 0 down, and no payments for 90 days with loan approval. View all these great prices and vehicles on the corner of 17th and Easy Street. Automax. Quality cars, outlet prices.
Whether you're just starting out in your career or ready to make a change, being a commercial pilot is within your reach. The FAA has predicted that in the next few years, the number of planes in the sky will double, and that means a lot more jobs in aviation. Ocala Aviation has teamed up with an accredited university, enabling you to get a college degree in aviation while training to be a commercial pilot. And with options like financial aid, grants, and scholarships, it's never been a better time to get your new career in aviation started today. For more information, call me at Ocala Aviation, 352-861-7484.
12 minutes before 8 o'clock. Beautiful looking Thursday morning. Hope you're doing well. No mention of rain in the forecast. Temperatures reaching 90. Right now, the temperature here at the mall is 72 degrees. And let's see, I'll get back to the news now. The next story is regarding the folks who were injured when that bomb exploded in New York City. At least 29 people were injured Saturday evening after a bomb exploded in the dumpster in the Chelsea neighborhood. You know that already, but none of the injuries appeared to be life-threatening, and it says here one person was considered to be in serious condition. All of the injured were released from the hospital by 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Sunday.
Wow.
On Sunday night, several people were taken into custody with a possible connection to the bombing. So I know that's an older story, but it was just interesting that 29 people escaped serious. Well, one was serious, but I guess they're out of the hospital.
But thank God. And thank God nobody died.
Another story, there was a sinkhole that opened up in Tampa, and 200 million gallons of fertilizer apparently leaked into the aquifer.
Wow.
Listen to this. Dozens of residents who live near a Florida fertilizer plant that has leaked more than 200 million gallons of contaminated water into a drinking water aquifer have asked for their water wells to be tested for pollutants. The Mosaic Company, the world's largest phosphate provider, said it had received 70 requests for well water testing, which it will provide for free.
I hope so. It's their fault. They need to clean it up.
The move comes weeks after a leak was discovered on August 27th at its New Wales facility in Central Florida after a sinkhole opened up under a pile of contaminated waste.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Florida Department of Environmental Protection spokeswoman Dee Ann Miller says there is no evidence that contaminated water has moved beyond the site and is threatening groundwater supplies. Come on. Common sense says it's got to be moving. The leak occurred after a sinkhole opened beneath a pile of waste material called a gypsum stack. A pond on top of the pile drained into the sinkhole, reaching the aquifer.
Gosh.
While the company alerted state and federal environmental agencies in August, the public was not notified until last week.
Oh, that is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. People could get ill.
The sinkhole allowed the water to migrate into the Floridan aquifer, which is the drinking water here in Florida and Ocala. It's one of the highest producing aquifers in the world, and there you go. It underlies our state, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, the cities of Tallahassee, Jacksonville, Gainesville, Orlando, Daytona, Tampa, St. Petersburg, Ocala, Denellen, and they leave out some of us sometimes, rely on the aquifer because it also supplies water to us for drinking, to our farms, to irrigation efforts. Anyway, so just one of those stories you have to wonder why is it that took, what's this now, the end of September?
Yes.
This is a month and a half.
Exactly.
To find out about it.
Exactly. It's all politics. It's all political, just like Flint, Michigan. It was all political.
The National Guard and the Highway Patrol are assisting police in Charlotte, North Carolina today after Governor Pat McCrory declared a state of emergency following a second night of protests that turned violent there. Police and civilians clashed last night, and one civilian was put on life support after being shot by another civilian during the protests yesterday. The chaotic scene came in the wake of the officer-involved shooting death of Keith Lamont Scott, identified as a 43-year-old African-American man. Police say Scott was armed and ignored commands to drop his weapon. McCrory, Charlotte Mayor Jennifer Roberts, and the State National Association for the Advancement of Colored People chapter called for peace.
Gosh.
Let's see. Kmart will start its liquidation sale today, following an announcement earlier this week that it will close 64 stores across the country. The latest round of cuts is hardly surprising, as traditional brick-and-mortar retailers like Macy's, Sports Authority, and Walmart have all tried to stay competitive against highly profitable e-commerce sites. If you can't make it to one of the closing Kmart locations this weekend, there's still time. Those stores won't officially close until mid-December. Any idea whether the one in Ocala is closing?
Yeah, we've got one in Ocala and one in Bellevue.
Are they closing?
I don't know, but there are just those two stores left. They closed the one on 200, the Kmart on 200. A few years ago, about 3 years ago.
Here's where the 64 stores are closing. Let me find the list here. No.
Good morning.
It does not include Ocala.
Oh, that's excellent.
The only one in Florida is up in the Panhandle in Panama City. Nope, ours. I'm glad they're staying. Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
We don't want them to close.
No, and they got layaway.
They have layaway. Yes.
That helped me survive through all my years with the children growing up. Layaway is wonderful because you can do that, get all your shopping done early, and put it on layaway, and then your children will have what they want to have for Christmas on their Christmas list. So
have you ever
I loved it.
Have you ever seen a video? I shared it on my Facebook page. Have you ever seen a video called "How Wolves Changed Rivers"?
No.
Oh my gosh.
I missed that one. I will look it up.
Bridget Smith, who was in here and running for the county commission, shared it on her Facebook page, and then I shared it from her. And when I watched it, it reminded me, I don't know, to me there are so many things that indicate that there is a God. I can't get over the fact that people who absolutely insist that there is no God don't at least admit that there's intelligent design.
Yeah.
But can I read this? I copied some of an article. And in this article, they actually quote the Bible a little bit. It was from the first book of Corinthians in chapter 12, I think. I'm horrible at this. From many parts, yet one body is something that I guess Paul wrote in that book. But anyway, I wanted to read this to you. Ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
A century ago, wolves were not characteristic attractions. I'm sorry. Let me say it again. A century ago, wolves were not charismatic attractions for the visitors to Yellowstone National Park. I'm going to try to cut through some of this for the sake of timing. But anyway, wolves were not popular in Yellowstone National Park because, here's a quote from 1915. The gray wolves are increasing and have become a decided menace to the herds of elk, deer, mountain sheep, and antelope. Several were killed in the park last winter, and an effort will be made in the coming winter to capture or kill them. This is the wolves in Yellowstone National Park, 1915.
Oh, okay.
The efforts to kill those wolves was very successful. But the eradication was disastrous. combined with the habitat loss for other predators and increased grazing lands, the removal of wolves caused the elk population to skyrocket. The more elks were eating. The more elks that were eating, the more the park's trees were starting to become disappearing.
Oh.
Willow trees were hit especially hard. The disappearance meant few building materials for the park's beavers.
Unbalanced the ecosystem.
So the beavers went away. The trees were going away. The beavers were going away. The disappearance of the trees meant the birds went away. Mm-hmm. Along with the soil erosion caused by fewer adult trees, the rivers were changing course.
Wow.
So in 1995, you got to watch this video because they do a much better job than I'm doing right now. In 1995, scientists said, oh my gosh, I think we made a mistake in 1915.
Finally, 80 years later.
So let's put some wolves back into the ecosystem.
Mm-hmm.
So the video I'm telling you about how wolves change rivers has 20 million YouTube views. But the good news is that the wolves that were reintroduced caused the elks to start to become the prey. And with the number of elks then starting to disappear, it increased the number of the berries, which meant that the bears came back.
Mm-hmm.
And it meant more food for rabbits and mice, so they came back, which meant more hawks and eagles because there were trees, and more food because they could eat the rabbits and the mice. More beavers have been able to eat the healthier trees. The beavers' dams provide habitats for many animals, not just beavers. The dams and the trees' deeper roots have made Yellowstone rivers healthier and swifter.
See, there is a God. I don't know how people can say there is not.
Ecologists call this kind of large-scale change a trophic cascade. Anyway, you gotta, if you just Google it, go to YouTube and look for the video called "How Wolves Changed Rivers." It's really wonderful.
Okay, nice.
Just want to share that with
you.
you.
If it comes on DVD, I'll buy it for my mom because she loves stuff like that.
I don't think it's long enough for that. It's a very short piece, but show your mom. Yeah. Oh, download it because I know your mom doesn't have internet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can download it.
Let's see. Looking forward to leaf peeping, crisp weather. Today's the first day of autumn.
Leaf peeping. I love that.
The autumnal equinox, which marks the beginning of fall, is today. Actually, 10:21 this morning, so it's still summer.
Okay, excellent.
It'll be autumn at 10:21 our time.
Excellent.
By the way, in the southern hemisphere, it becomes spring at 10:21.
Yes.
Warm, summery temperatures are expected nearly everywhere except northwestern and north central U.S. today.
Okay.
There you go. For the folks in the Midwest, Northeast, and Mid-Atlantic, some deliciously cool weather will finally be coming by the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Gosh.
Good morning. You're on the air, I think.
Yeah, this is Hugh real quick.
Yes.
With Kmart, the only place in town that you get a Nathan's hot dog, the restaurant is now out of business. They're closed.
Oh. That's too bad.
Gee.
That's too bad.
So I don't know what we're going to do now without a Nathan's hot dog every once in a while.
It wasn't quite the same experience as I remember as a kid.
Yeah, but it was good.
But it was still good.
We went there.
Yeah. Thank you, Hugh.
They're out of business right now.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that. Thank you. All right, let's push forward and go to the other side. On the other side, after Galen Newnold is on the phone, in addition to other things we normally throw into the mix, interesting facts about autumn, including the fact that testosterone levels rise in the autumn. We'll be right back.